shit, we look great for the first episode. All right, y'all. Welcome to the first episode of Grown and Unscripted. I'm Shon. If you see me on a different episode, if you see me on a different podcast, we're gonna talk about it. Not in this episode, but we are going to talk about it. Like I said, this is Grown and Unscripted. We're gonna talk about everything from relationships, adulthood, everything in between, the ups and the downs. Whatever questions y'all have, whatever experiences I've been through, I'm gonna let y'all know. All unscripted, all unapologetic. We say what we want on this podcast. All right, so today's topic, we're gonna talk about a little bit of relationships, but from age gaps, from long distance relationships. And then I know I put out a topic thing, like drop topics on my Instagram about what y'all wanted me to talk about. And a little fruit cup here. I am a little fruit cup, but I'm not too much into the fruit cup community. It's neither here nor there. That's kind of what we're getting into, because I know a couple of y'all commented that and y'all want me to get into that about gender roles and things like that. So without further ado, we're gonna drop into the episode. Relationships in itself are already complicated. No one wants to be in a real relationship these days. No one wants to stay committed. It's all about situationships, all that confusing ass shit. But what we gonna do? We gonna break it down, and hopefully y'all can relate to some of this. Well, it's a whole trend on TikTok that talk like everybody. It's not even a hashtag on TikTok, I believe, that people are like okay with a huge age gap in relationships. Me personally, I can't. I'm 26, right? I can't do anything like any age that's younger than, let's say, 24. 24 is the youngest I can go, like 23, 22 and younger. I can't, for me, I can't do it. And I don't, for me, since I got older, I think it's more so like a mind thing. Like they say at 25 your frontal lobe develops. For me, I don't think it fully developed, but it developed because like now I'm more mature with a lot of stuff. Mature with the people I talk to, mature with the friends I choose to hang around. But these age gap relationships I'm referencing to be like someone's like 23 and they're dating a 55-year-old, 6-year-old. These the type of relationships that's like, that's at this point, that is your sugar daddy, your sugar mama. These are what's being like depicted on TikTok, and this is what a lot of people are saying. Oh, you're using them for your money. Those type of age gap relationships. You ever know that, like, what is it that saying that like, age ain't nothing but a number, and jail ain't nothing but a place? That's a thing. Y'all know that, right? Y'all be out here these old dudes be out here dating these young girls. These young girls be out here dating these old dudes. Vice versa, older women dating younger kids. It's a lot of things out here that teachers are dating students. It's a whole mess, right? But does the age, like, of if you're of consent, does the age truly matter if love is involved, right? I put quotes around love very loosely, and I'm gonna explain why. Like, some people swear that others think they're a red flag. If you're younger, most people say if you're 35, someone that's like 35 is not gonna want to talk to a 26-year-old, 25-year-old, or anything younger than that, just because they're thinking, oh, you're not mature enough. You're not gonna understand like the adult situations I'm being placed into. And I gotta say, right? I don't know if she's gonna watch this, but if she does, I'm not gonna use her name. I promise. But I have this friend, I guess you can say. She was in a similar situation. She's like in her 30s. Got somebody that was 26, and they, let's just say 20. Like I said, 25. Your frontal lobe is supposed to develop. They ain't never developed. They are still in the baby mush head stage. You know, when they still have that cradle cap. I believe. I keep telling her this. I believe that's what that girl is at. She's at the cradle cap stage still, at the ripe age of 26. All right. Am I thinking what? she still helps this person out from time to time. Like it's like, in my opinion, and I've told you this. If you watch this, I've told you this, that you're like basically like her mother figure in a relationship. I feel like if you're gonna do like a whole age gap relationship type thing, like y'all need to be on the same page. Everybody needs to be have that mature mindset. Of course, you can still have the childlike mindset, like keep that inner child alive. But in certain situations, I need you to be. We need to be on the same page with a lot of stuff. We need to know how to figure out bills, your own bills, figure out how to just navigate adult conversations, adult situations. Like I feel like everybody that's out here dating well over their means, let's just say, like you living under your means, you're dating well over your means, well over your experience. A lot of people out here loving to date older people. They're like, oh, it's about the mature mindset, they're gonna help me become a better person. That ain't what that is. You look stupid, in my opinion. It don't look good, like in society, in today's society. That's really not something people are gonna just smile at. You're gonna more so get looked at if you're dating a 60-year old and you're like 30, 25 or so. Like that's not gonna look too good to anybody in today's society. And with this person, I like I said, they got the cradle cap still going. You're 26 and you still got that cradle cap mindset. If you gonna date at an age gap, I think you should get at least 5 years is okay. I think 5 years will be acceptable. Acceptable. Fuck, I can't talk. Think that'll be acceptable in today's age. Like they still might look at you weird, but you love this person and you're only 5 years. You're like they're 5 years older than you. You're 5 years older than them. So on and so forth. But when we're talking like 25 years older, 25 years younger, anything like that, I feel like that's at some point you gotta chill out. When like there's a lot of myths out there that's like older means wiser. Like I said, just because you're older does not mean you're mature. You can be a 60-year-old and still act like a fucking child. Like at my job, like I see like patients all the time, and they're like 60, 70 and older, right? And they still act like children. Like there'll be people bickering, like the patients that get mad at certain stuff, like instead of handling it like a adult, like having adult conversations. You know how a child would sit there and constantly go back and forth with you and argue with you, instead of seeing like, okay, yeah, I understand this, you can't do da da da, right? These people would argue with you down like you don't know what you're doing, and like they're the doctor, they're the healthcare personnel person, right? And I feel like I said, older doesn't always mean wiser. So I think that's like a huge myth. Just because you're older does not mean you're wiser. Just because you're dating older does not mean that person's gonna help you get further in life. Like if it's a rare occasion that someone that's older is gonna kind of like be wise and kind of teach you the ropes of life. Like that's what in my opinion, that's what a grandparent's for. And your partner can also be that person if they're like a slight bit older than you, or like not even older, have more experience than you in a situation or a certain area. Then I feel like that's when it's appropriate. Again, older does not mean wiser. Another myth. Actually, I have a question for y'all. Are younger partners always at a disadvantage, or does maturity level matter more than age? Kind of touched on that. Just because you're mature, like it's okay to be mature, but how can I wear this? I kind of already touched on this, but I kind of want to wrap that part up a bit better than I did. Um, just because your partner is older, again, does not mean they're mature. Does not mean does not mean that they're gonna kind of help you get ahead on things. Yes, they may have the experience. Yes, they've been around the block a time or two because again, they're old. I'm just saying, but older does not always mean mature. I know a couple younger people, like people my age, people a little younger than me that are like way mature, like more mature than someone that's say like 40, 50, 60 and older. Again, there are some childish older people out there. And there's of course childish younger people, but there are also mature younger people that can teach the older people something, right? So age does not matter. That does not depict if you're mature or not. And I think that really matters a lot in relationships. Because if y'all are both mature and one of y'all are older than the other one, like you're older than your partner and y'all are both immature, how does that look? How does that make y'all look? First of all, and again, y'all already look down upon when you have like a huge age difference between y'all. And not only that you have the age difference between y'all, that's like massive, right? Y'all are acting like children. There's a difference in acting like children together, like healing, like having that inner child experience, like doing something you wanted to do when you were a kid and you weren't able to do when you were a kid. But then again, there's that difference between you're just acting childish for no reason, like y'all always just doing childish things. Feel me? Like, let me know if I'm talking in circles or if y'all understand, if y'all catch what I'm saying. Um, and like I said, y'all, some people actually wanted me to touch on like the gay community a little bit. Like, I know a lot of people, I've seen it on TikTok all the time, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, that a lot of people in the gay community date older. Like it's a lot of like studs that date older women, women like older women that date like younger studs. And I see it's a lot of contradicting in the gay community when that happens. Like in a heterosexual relationship, yes, that's looked different upon, but in a gay relationship, it's not looked on as poorly as it would be in a heterosexual relationship. So it's like some contradiction there. But honestly, for like the gay side, I feel like it should be treated equally. Like it's a little, in my opinion, it's a little weird. Because one of y'all are gonna always have that more like mature mindset, and they already say studs as is are like they're like whores. They're not mature. Especially don't let you date someone that's like is it like let's say 35, 40, and you're in your 20s. Don't be a stud and date a woman in your like that's 35 and like 35 and up. No matter how mature you may seem, you're gonna do that one thing that makes it seem like you're childish as fuck, right? It's gonna make you seem like you have never developed a frontal lobe. You're gonna be like that one person I explained in the like a little bit ago that she's 26 and she still has cradle cap. That's what we're gonna call y'all. That's very immature. Y'all still have cradle cradle cap. Damn. Um, but yeah, it's such a contradicting like thing to is it okay to have an age gap? How does it look upon the society? Again, you're not supposed to really worry about what society thinks of you, but in a sense, in my opinion, I'm put my opinion out there, right? In a sense, I think it's just weird. Date close to your age range. If you love them and they love you, hey, congratulations. But for me, I think you should really date close to your age range because so you can make little jokes that your partner understands and you don't have to sit there and explain in great depths why you thought that was funny or where you got that joke from. I don't want to have to do that. I want to date somebody that's either my age, a year or two younger than me, or a year or two older than me that still gets references from TikTok or SpongeBob. Because one thing about me, I'ma spit out a SpongeBob reference so fast, no matter the situation. I could just be it can just like randomly pop in my head. But I'ma spit that SpongeBob reference out so bad. And if you don't get it and I have to explain, hey, this is from SpongeBob, what's funnier than 24? 25. And I start cackling like a fucking hyena and you don't get it, you too you too old for me. Cause even some of the youngins should get this. And if you don't get it and you goddamn what 25, 24, we gotta talk. But if you like at least somewhere in your 30s, you still should get that reference a little bit. Am I wrong or you should still get it? But like if you're like 40, 50, 60 even, and I say something like that and you look at me like I'm crazy, I don't want to go through that. Let me know if y'all in an age gap relationship right now. Let me know if y'all ever said a reference that if your partner's older and you ever said a reference from like TikTok or something from your time, your era, and they didn't get, and you had to sit there and explain. Let me know if you ever had to help your partner figure out their new phone and they had to import their contacts from their old phone. Let me know if you had to teach your partner how to use an app on their phone, or you had your partner got the font so big on their phone that you can see it from like 2 miles away. I may be exaggerating with that one, but let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But before we get into our other topic, right? We got one or two more topics. It depends on how I feel. You feel me? I hope y'all enjoying the episode so far. I hope I'm not too all over the place. I hope everything kind of wrapped together for y'all. But for this next topic, I kind of want to touch on. Actually, pause. I had a little story to end off like the age gap thing. So y'all remember in high school, like you're a freshman, right? You're a freshman just coming from middle school, fresh meat to the whole upper class. Y'all remember being like knowing that those one or two girls and those one or two guys, like the guys would be like juniors and seniors, and then the girls would be in your grade. You're a freshman, right? Y'all remember like ever hearing the words "stay away from the seniors"? If the seniors come near you, it's no good. They only want one thing and one thing only. Like when your daddy tell you and your mama tell you, them boys only want one thing and one thing only, and it's to touch you. Okay. If any kids come across this, if you are freshly going into ninth grade and a senior comes up to you or a junior comes up to you, and be like, "Hey, I think you cute. Let's start talking." They don't want nothing. They really don't even like you for real. Sometimes they don't even go after the fully developed girls that look cute. They go out. Sometimes they just go after the ugly ducklings just because they can. They build that self esteem up for you, and just to do something with you and knock you down. Don't go after the seniors. Don't pay them no mind. Okay. Don't peak in high school, because I know a few that peaked in high school and they still going. Like never stop. Hell, some of them peaked in middle school, and that's a little concerning. Because why you in seventh grade dating a 10th grader or 11th grader? Your mama didn't teach you no manners. Your mama didn't teach you nothing. I blame the parents. I blame the parents. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. Age gaps, please just date within your range. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Next one, right? Long distance. This is one I was waiting on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was waiting on the long distance one. And I got a couple tidbits for y'all. I got a couple tidbits. So long distance. My question to y'all: does it actually work? Has it actually worked for any of y'all? Can it actually work? And what the fuck y'all think about it? Because me personally, I'm gonna give y'all my little tidbit right now. For long distance relationships, the longest I can do at this great age of 26, soon to be 27 in November. Not soon, but in my mind it's soon, right? I bet. The great age of 26, right? I don't even like driving for real. So if I drive to you, I like you a lot. So 26. I can only my range is 30 minutes to an hour and a half. That's all. That's it. Cause back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, it was not even that I really like these people or I was looking for a relationship for these people. But tell me why I did a little road running back in the day, about 3, 4 years ago or so. I'm gonna say 4 years ago. Why did I do a little road running from Columbia, South Carolina to Raleigh, North Carolina? Right, that's 3.5 motherfucking hours, dog. 3.5 hours. Now tell me what business did I have driving to Raleigh, North Carolina to go see fine shit? Fine shit, loosely termed fine shit, right? Stay the weekend and then drive my black ass home on Sunday, dog tired, because you had to get a hotel. Got a hotel for the weekend that I went up there. And the hotels in North Carolina, like some of them do 12 checkout, some of them do 11 still, like South Carolina, right? This hotel particularly, we had to get out at 11. And they knocked on the door early, real early. Bitch, I'm still asleep. It's 10:13. Let me sleep. But right, y'all, if you if you're a fruit cup, you're a fellow fruit cup. Y'all know motherfuckers, gay motherfuckers. Y'all we go all night, no breaks. You might just take a break for a second to breathe, but it's like a quick second. You go right back into it, right? And I tell you, up until 6, 7 in the morning, just going at it. Finally knock out, finally finish, finally like, all right, that's enough. Let's tap. You only get a few hours of sleep just to drive my black. I just drove my black ass up there 3.5 hours. Drive my black ass down the road 3.5 hours. I did that. Stupid. I did that a couple of times, right? Now let's get into the long distance for y'all. Some people said they can do long distance. There's some people said they're road runner for real, can do 3 hours. They're road runner for real. They'll take that. They'll take that road trip. Sweetheart, I ain't doing it. I don't care. Meet me in the middle. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta meet me in the middle. Be close enough that if I stay for a little bit at your house, I can drive safely home. Cause like I said, I am not a driver. I drive 20, 25 minutes to work in the morning and I still be tired and I'll be about to fall asleep while driving. Not safe. Don't do that. But all right. I'm enough yapping. I got one more story for y'all, but I'm gonna save it for the end of the segment. A lot of people enjoy long distance relationships so they can take that trip, so they can have somewhere to go. But there's other people on the other side of the spectrum that is like fuck no, because they got trust issues. Rightly so. Because sometimes I used to have trust issues back in the day, right? I am not gonna lie to you. So for me to try to talk to somebody that was like 3.5 hours away, getting stupid as hell. That was the gayness trying to embed in me. But like, yeah, bitch, this shit can work. It can't. It did not. Okay, it wasn't even serious. But for my this goes for like the straight. It goes for straight people and the little fruit cups. All right, straight people. We gonna talk about y'all first. Straight people. Some people can take that distance, but gay people, they really gonna take that distance. They gonna go the distance like Hercules. And I tell you, they gonna go the distance like Hercules. They gonna go the distance like Hercules. They gonna go so far into the distance to the point where they gonna move to them, or they gonna have them move to them, or they gonna meet somewhere in the middle. But they gonna move in together to make them closer. Now, for my heterosexual folks, I don't really know how y'all work. I ain't been on that side in a while. Just saying, but from from things I've seen, sometimes y'all work out a little better than the other ones because y'all know how to keep that distance. Y'all know how to plan things. Y'all know how to do like little phone dates and things like that to do the long distance, right? But there's also that little gray area that kind of takes over the whole thing. And there's that trust issues. Everybody has trust issues. And this is where it comes to the long test of for the long distance relationship. If you if you're in a long distance relationship, I recommend really sitting there and thinking about it. Like, all right, so you really like them, right? You really like them. You really feel that y'all click instantly. Y'all are in it for the long haul. So y'all wanted to give this long distance a try. If y'all are in a long distance relationship, comment down below. Let me know how it's going, how y'all got into it. Are y'all married? Y'all still talking? Is issues arise? Right? Long distance relationships for me give very much catfish. Cause yeah, we talking and texting and shit like that. But what if you don't want to FaceTime me? But I'm really like I'm really feeling you, but you don't want to FaceTime me. If you first of all, y'all the FaceTime thing has to be a must. It's a must for me. If the texting hit, the FaceTime gotta hit, right? But if in a long distance relationship and that's really the only way I can see you, and you're not willing to, we got a little schedule set up, say we're on the same time zone, whatever. Because God forbid I'm on the East Coast and you on the West Coast. At that point, that's a fuck no. And I know a lot of people out there that do it. Y'all crazy. Very crazy. Just saying. But yeah, man, trust issues are like a huge thing for people. Like for at first I could see that it's exciting. Like you're planning trips to meet each other. Like they're coming to you a few times, that you're going to them. And like it's all like as any relationship, it's the cupcake stage. And I feel like for long distance relationship, that cupcake stage ends a lot faster than if you would say, "Hey, they live down the street, or they live out 30 minutes to an hour away." I feel like the long distance cupcake stage ends within the first month versus if they're a little closer, they're local. That lasts for like the first 6 months to a year, right? And then when you for long distance, when you finally get y'all plan that trip, y'all see each other, y'all spend like a week into with each other. First of all, a weekend is not that damn long. If I live 6 hours away, or like yeah, like if I live like 6 hours away and I'm on the scene for a weekend, first of all, the drive up is taking my time away from you, and then I gotta leave. I leave. I can't do that. Like little weekend rendezvous are never enough for me half the time. But like I don't see how y'all do it. Another thing that I really couldn't do for a long distance relationship is the like I said, if you live on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast, the time zones and trying to like talk to you, FaceTime you, and like see how about your day. By the time I hear about your day, I'm laying down to go to bed. And about my sleep, I'm I'm an advocate. I'm going to bed. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. I talk to you when I talk to you. I am not waking up in the middle of the night to go talk like to have a conversation about how your day was just because it's light outside where you at and it's pitch black outside where I'm at. I'm not doing it. Long distance, not for me. If it's for you, cool. And if y'all figured out how to make that shit work, I applaud you. That's amazing. And I hope it continues to work. But if it don't come to me and be like, it didn't work because I thought about what you said. And we really live in two different worlds. And he really don't see what I see. We're not always on FaceTime when like, we had a little schedule set, or she don't really want to FaceTime me all the time because she's tired type shit. Don't if you in a long distance relationship and they not willing to FaceTime you and y'all not willing to like make that sacrifice with each other, I'm not saying cut it off, but I'm saying, just leave that's where it's at. To each his own, to each his own, to each his own. Like, all right, let me ask y'all something, and then I'm gonna wrap this shit up. I'm gonna wrap it up for y'all. I feel like the first little pilot episode was real cool, real peachy. Hope I didn't talk too much in circles at myself in the first little tidbit. I really hope y'all enjoying this episode. I really hope y'all see my personality in this, because I like doing this shit. I like express myself. I talk to myself all the time. So that last little tidbit of this episode. Um, for one more time, one more thing for my little fruit cups out there, right? There is a common misconception on like same sex relationships, mainly for the girls, right? I'm gonna just speak on me because I am not a boy. I don't know what the little seeking pokes do over there, right? But for me, it's always like everyone always gets this questions like, "Who's the girl? Who's the boy?" Last time I checked, I have a cooch. They have a cooch. So you know what that means? We're both girls, right? But it's always that misconception just because like a stud, like studs. I just like boy clothes, so I don't really say I'm a stud. Neither here nor there. But just because one wears boy clothes and one wears remotely like feminine wear, like you would call it girly clothes, but like, one's more masculine, one's more feminine. All right, doesn't necessarily there's like a gender role assigned. Like masculine, you would think it's like, oh, they're the boy. Stop it. Get some help. Um, there's don't ever ask me if I'm a boy in a relationship because I'm not. I'm a pretty motherfucking princess out here in these streets. Um, but I feel like for the little fruit cup community, people naturally fall into that assigned gender role. Like studs will naturally become like the little boy in a relationship, and then the feminine natured women will be the woman in a relationship. But that's not necessary. That's just like an act. I would say that's just like an act. We're not naturally wanting to be the boy. Cause to be real with you, I know or have seen some feminine women that are more manly than the masculine women that are in the boy clothes. Now, don't fight me though, but y'all know it's true. We fold every time. May look masculine presenting, but again, I am a pretty motherfucking princess, and I do like princess treatment. So that whole gender role thing, I don't really see how that plays out a lot. But people always automatically assume one's a boy, one's a girl, just because of clothing. But like for straight people, you know the role. It's actually a boy, and that's actually a girl. But some of y'all men, y'all know the women were in the relationship. So let me ask y'all, who's the boy and who's the girl? Because does your wife or girlfriend wear the pants in a relationship? Does she tell you what to do? If you can answer those questions correctly, and your answer is I wear the pants in a relationship, I tell her what to do without buckling your knees and looking to the side as you type that in the comments. My friend, you got you one. But if you over here looking to the left and right and making sure your wife not behind you, why you be like, yeah, I run this shit. I run this shit. You don't run that shit, my friend. You do not run that shit. And you might want to go get your blanket and your pillow and sleep on the couch tonight. Or go sleep with one of the kids. That's all I got for y'all. I just wanted to cover that little tidbit. It wasn't too much to say on that part. But y'all, let's wrap this up, dog. Let's wrap it up. Episode's over. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoy. But just for a little extra flavor, a little extra little seasoning on there, I'm gonna throw some questions at y'all to comment down below, or share it and then tag me in what y'all think about the episode or what y'all think about the topics. So first we talked about age gaps, when they work, when they don't work. Don't do it. Date somebody close to your age so you can explain the joke. You don't have to explain the jokes. Again, I ain't doing it. Long distance. Sometimes it could be worth it if y'all both work at it. Other times, if they ain't willing to FaceTime, that's some motherfucking catfish and just don't even try it no more. Again, I'm not doing 30 minutes to an hour and a half for me. Gender roles. Don't go ask the gay person if one's the woman and one's the man. We're both women. I don't go up to you again. I don't go up to you and ask if you wear the pants, if your wife wear the pants or you wear the panties. We don't do that. Couple questions I have for y'all. Have you ever been in an age gap relationship? If so, what was the biggest age you? What was the oldest age you dated or the youngest age you dated? Are y'all still together? Yes or no? In a long distance relationship, yeah, if y'all, have y'all ever tried one and like how are y'all doing? How did y'all handle it? Like what's the tea or whatever they like to say out here in these streets? Last one. Do y'all really think gender roles exist in same sex relationships? Let me know. Drop a comment, DM. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter. Not Twitter. I am so lying. I looked at Twitter. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, the podcast Instagram. I post clips there. TikTok, I may post clips on there. I don't know if I'm gonna use that yet. But follow my main page, Instagram. That'll all be in a link in the description. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. I know this episode was a little lengthy, but I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all like the vibe. I hope y'all like the structure of it. I feel like this works a lot better for me. A little chill, little vibe. I'm not trying too hard. And I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. But again, like, comment, share, subscribe. This was Grown and Unscripted, or Unscripted and Unapologetic conversation you didn't know you needed. I'm gonna get my tag. I'm gonna get my little saying right whenever I keep going. And I'll see y'all next.